What up, world? It's your boy J Star. We are back with the Monday double header, man. This is great, man. I like this week's double header is way better than last week, man. Golly, man, they put some like trash little games together for that double header, man. But this week here, man, we got some good games, man. Eagles versus Tampa Bay Bucks. And then the Rams versus the Bengals. The weather right here, it looks like it will be clear by night and things like that. So should be good on the weather. Shouldn't be raining or anything. So don't shy away from anything because of that. But it's looking like let's go through some of the best plays from both of these games here. From the Eagles side of things, man, it's looking like of course you got to go with Hurts, man. He's playing really good. I don't know which one of these backs though because they started off the season with Gainwell. So I mean it feels like it's gonna be split half and half of opportunity. Even though Swift came off a really good game, his first game at home, and he's from Philly, so he had a really good game there. But I don't know which one of them they're really gonna go with. I feel like you can take either or because pass catching wise, like they both can catch, both can seem to run too well. And also with having a Russian quarterback, I always feel like that's just a big advantage because the defense is kind of eyes is always on him to lead the pocket. Rather than just the only eyes being on these running backs and everything. So either one of them, I feel like it's good to take. If you want to roll with a lineup where you take both of them, you can too because it's a two gamer, and you know how that really does happen. So over here though, I'm liking AJ, for sure. The Bucks do run a lot of zone, which probably bodes well for Devontae Smith. But AJ was really mad that last game, so I can definitely see him trying very hard to get some opportunities and to score a touchdown and stuff like that since he hasn't yet and also hasn't even went for over 100 yards. So definitely watch out for that. Him trying to make a stand on this game. Also though, we got Zacchaeus. Looks like he's gonna get an opportunity. With his speed and everything like that, he can always break a big play. So might be actually better than Watkins even being able to play out there. So gotta look out for that if you stack in very like high salary lineup here. I feel like he's a good savings for this week. For this doubleheader here, if you want to do that, and then also Goddard is going to definitely still be in play. As you saw last week, they said they wanted to go to him more, because he needed to have way more touches and targets than what he had last game before that, his first game, and they went heavily to him, 7 targets. So he's definitely going to be in play if they're looking to get him that every game, of course. On the other side here though with Baker, so far the Eagles defense hasn't really looked that good, and quarterbacks are having really good games against them. From Mac Jones to Kirk Cousins. So I mean I don't see why Baker can't do the same. And also I believe even at running backs, let me check that again. I believe they're giving up running back too as well. Check my notes here real quick. Looking at running back for them. Well, yeah, they're ranked like 10th in the league. So definitely, White can do something there. We got receivers where they've been getting killed at the most. Gotta check to see if Bradbury is gonna play. Which let me check this. Matter of fact, it probably is updated now because before it wasn't. Make sure he's back in action, and it looks like he is. So that's good to know. But even with both of them, I think I would say Godwin probably is in the best situation in this game then because Evans will be lined up with Bradbury or Slay. Doesn't mean he's going to get completely stopped. It's just that Godwin will not be lined up with either one of them. And his targets are very high still. They're still getting 8, 6, good targets. Maybe he breaks free and gets a touchdown because the middle of the field is where you need to be attacking the Eagles anyways. Their linebackers are kind of weak. Also I would say then that would lead to, Auden being a really good play at 3,000. But like I said, you can also take shots, because they're going to definitely still target Evans. He would just be probably double covered or with, like I said, lined up with one of those good cornerbacks this game. So it is probably will be a little bit more resistance his way compared to these, 3 options right here. What do you want to put with Baker or something like that? And then as well, I know he has like Palmer or something like that too. If you need the savings, like I said, you can also just take some shots with him, but he hasn't getting really targeted as much as the other bigger plays here. Like even Auden, I believe, is getting good targets a game. Yeah, like 6, 3. If he's probably gonna be in the 6 area in this game because they're gonna need to attack that middle of the field. Let's get to this other game here. Then we have the Rams and Cincinnati over here. Of course, Burrow is gonna be in play. I think Mixon should be in play more this game. Let me see what the Rams is doing right now against running backs. I feel like they've probably been playing pretty well against them. I haven't really seen any running backs killing them. But, oh, nah, my bad. I'm wrong on that. They've been giving up about 20 points at least fantasy-wise. So, yeah, puts Mixon in a good spot there, of course. And then being a home back, I would think they would use him a little more since Burrow's been getting hit and, hurt and everything like that too. Probably be a lot more dumps to this 5 target range again, but maybe even goes up a little bit more. And I think the attempts should go up a little bit more. He probably will be in the 15s and something like that in this game. Also though, definitely Chase. I think Boyd. These two are probably the better options. Being that heavy zone is what the Rams play. Like they're one of the teams that play just straight zone. Rarely do any man. So, and these are the two options they tend to go to when it is more zone. And I feel like it opens up some mixing coming out that backfield. You can still take shots with Higgins, but like I said, it's just usually when it's man, it's more Higgins than it is, I would say Boyd. Chases either one, it doesn't really matter. But his targets do tend to not go down, but Higgins usually hits more when it's a man style defense sometimes in those games like that. Tight end, I don't really know if I'm gonna need to take a sample or Wilcox. There are other tight ends to go to here, but I would probably stick to this area. Like I said, if you want to enter in Higgins, you definitely can. Moving on to the other side of this game, though, we got Stafford playing really well, man. A very fast-paced team, man. So and just seems to know, the chemistry and the style to this offense of what they want to do. He's doing everything on point. I really like him. This 2-gamer right here for quarterback to take. Kyron Williams is definitely gonna be in play, man. He's hit both of his first games though, and they're willing to pass throw to him like as if he's some slot receiver out there or something because 10 targets is crazy, man. So definitely got to take him because of that. We got Nakua. Here, he's getting 35 targets in 2 games. Atwell is at what is he at from targets? Is it okay? So we have 17 targets from him. All the receivers here feels like, but Jefferson is definitely going to be in play to me from this side. But also, I also feel like this could be a game for Higbee. So that's what I was trying to lead to with the tight end spot. I felt like on the other side, Higbee could definitely hit in this game. I believe the Cincinnati Bengals is giving up tight end about, let's see where they're at right now. Where are y'all at, Bengals? Let me see. Why can't I find y'all? Could have swore they're at the top of the list for the tight end rankings. Let me check that again. Or am I tripping? Wow, guess they might not be that high. Okay, so oh yeah, my bad, they are. I was tripping there. Yeah, so yeah, they're 4th in the league right now, so that's why I was already thinking Higbee is supposed to be have his first best game, and possibly it would end up on a game where it's like showdown and what I want to say, and also just a 2-gamer where you couldn't pick him on the full slate because he hasn't hit. I talk about Higbee bad all the time because I always tell y'all the matchup could be great for him. Everybody could be hurt. He's going to get 17 targets. The dude ends up with 7.9 points still. It really doesn't matter sometimes with him. I don't know. He burned me too many times last season, man. So that's when I kind of learned okay, it doesn't matter, with him. At least, he can get all the targets in the world, but it's he randomly will hit though, when you just least suspect it. And I feel like this could definitely be that type of game where he does come through. So now that we got all that out the way, man, let's get into what do I really feel I'm going with for this 2-gamer here, man. Man, it's both of the first, I think what I want to say, the first game here, the Bucks is playing really fast. And I'm just trying to make sure. Let me see what's the pace that they're playing at, because both of the I feel like games are playing one side team where it's playing super fast. Well, matter of fact, the Eagles played really fast last week, so they actually played faster than the Bucks. So yeah, that's gonna be a super fast paced game then. So he definitely probably gonna need some stuff from that game. The Rams is just playing so much faster than the Bengals. They're playing really slow. But it still gives the Bengals players more opportunities than what they probably had went against before these last 2 weeks. They played more of a slower paced teams and everything. So, but let me see, man. What do I really want to go with here, man? From this game here, man, this first game, I think I definitely want to have. I was heavily on Smith last week. I think he's coming off an injury though, his hamstring and thigh. Which man, these hamstring injuries is getting to everybody. I'm thinking definitely though. I'm gonna go ahead and toss AJ in this one, I guess. Just feel like they're gonna have to draw some stuff for him. I like Auden from this game here, man. Like the tight end is just what you got to go to for against the Eagles, and I feel like he should get a lot of targets in this game. Um, so far, man, do I want to stop here before I take my quarterback or anything like that, or do I want to get a running back from this game too as well? Hmm. Maybe not. I'm gonna go ahead and just go to this other game real quick and figure out what I want from that game. So I'm gonna probably start with Kyron Williams though here and get you in there, and then let me check out White last week. I think his targets it was up. Okay, it did get up a little bit. Like to see that, of course. Because the 17 attempts is cool, but I think he was a way better pass catching back than he was even a running back. So it's like he needs to be targeted, I feel like, to really get his. I think I'm gonna go with Chase. As long as Burrow ends up playing, I'm definitely good with Chase for sure. But if he ends up not playing, then I'll probably leave this receiving core alone. Um, and let me think, should I go with Tutu Atwell or do I think Godwin? And you know what? No, I'm gonna go with Puka first there. I don't know why I almost missed that for a second there. I'll get my defense out the way here. What defense do I think I want to take here though? Man, dropping back over and over. Who's dropping back the most with line protection not really being there? I think it's going to be Eagles probably win that because their line is very strong. And I think Baker is going to be dropping back a lot. So I think the sacks is going to be there. Possibly interceptions being that both of their cornerbacks is back too. If you're trying to force anything to like Evans or something like that. So I'll definitely take that. Let's see what we got now. How much money we got? 16-4. Do I want to go with Hurts or do I roll with like a Stafford here since I've got just one for like almost everybody, but yeah, I got like one for everybody so far it looks like. So I'm gonna go with Stafford I think here first, and then that puts me at okay. So if I get to the flex, yeah, you know what? I like this. I know exactly what I'm doing now. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take Swift. I don't mind switching off though Swift here to take Gainwell instead. Or matter of fact, I could have both of them still in this lineup too. I don't mind doing that as well. But I'm gonna go with Tutu Atwell for this one lineup here because he, I already got Stafford there as my quarterback. But like I said, I don't mind switching Swift to take Gainwell or even rolling in this flex right here and having both of those running backs. The Eagles run a 11, personnel, but they tend to run a lot more still than they throw. And also I like how I can also switch from AJ and go to Devontae Smith there. It's cool to know that I can just easily switch that too for this lineup. So yeah, I really like this lineup here, man. I think Stafford probably is going to be my way to go. If I had to put one lineup in, man, to win it all for this Monday doubleheader, it would be this one right here, y'all. So it's your boy J Star, man. Good luck this week. In this doubleheader right here, man. Hopefully y'all win, cash in on, out of the doubleheader or one of those showdowns too. It's your boy J Star, and I'm out. Peace, y'all.